McDonell softball is on the air.
WOGO, your sports station.
Coverage of the Lady Macks is brought to you by Royal Credit Union, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Joyce and Ford of Chippewa Falls, White City Glass, H&R Electric, Stelter Incorporated, East Locan and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying, and Quality Propane and Fuels. And now the Lady Macks pregame show. It's your WOGO sports team, Caleb Swenson and Chris Malika.
WOGO, Macks, your sports station.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to slightly overcast but better than rainy Bloomer, Wisconsin, site of this Western Cloverbelt Conference softball game between your Chippewa Falls McDonell Lady Macks and the Bloomer Blackhawks. McDonell comes in the game at 5-3 on the season, right at 500 in Western Cloverbelt Conference play. Bloomer is at 7-6 overall. I'm Caleb Swenson. To my right, Chris Malika, and we'll say hello on the video stream, WOGO Sports on YouTube and Facebook. And again, we just kind of dumped Chris right into this because this is the first game we've done since late last May.
Yes, it is, and I'm very excited to be here. Finally got the schedules to click
Exactly.
and everything, and the weather to cooperate.
Now, when it comes to what McDonell's done so far, again, we're in May already. We're in May, but they've played 8 games so far, and you kind of expect that sometimes late March and April you play win and if you can. But at this point, when you start seeing everybody in the conference the second time through, what you're really hoping for is to be able to play better than you did the last time, to be able to build on that.
Absolutely, and I think that they are trying to keep going out with that and knowing who they've played and how they were, that coming in the second time and maybe doing things a little bit differently.
Yeah, and one of the big things when you look at this McDonell team is the fact that they're fairly young, but not without experience. Again, we talk about this strong sophomore class, but you've got seniors like Kendall Heffler, juniors like Keegan Winger that are really playing very important roles for this team.
Absolutely, and they're, Keegan and Kendall, they're taking that leadership role and doing what they need to do out on that field as well.
Well, we're looking forward to McDonell and Bloomer for the second time this season. We'll step out and be back in 2 minutes with our interviews with both head coaches, starting with head coach Poyer of the Bloomer Blackhawks. We'll be back in 2 on WOGO. This is McDonell Lady Macks Softball.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Location. It's very important. But what happens when you can't get to the glass repair shop to fix your windshield? Call White City Glass. They'll come to you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abbotsford, Arcadia, Rice Lake, or Hudson, or any place in between. They've installed thousands of windshields in thousands of places for 50 years. They know what they're doing. It's your car. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you insist on White City Glass.
White City Glass.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to McDonell Softball Pregame here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Western Cloverbelt Conference Softball here in beautiful Bloomer, Wisconsin. Here with head coach Keith Poyer of Bloomer. And coach, a little up and down with your team this year in terms of, I believe you've had 6 games of 22 runs or more scored, but then 12 games where you allowed a double-digit run. So what's kind of been the roller coaster of the season so far?
Well, us losing our starting pitcher at the end of basketball season, and now Lydia's out there, and Lydia, she's a junior, but she didn't really start pitching until last year. She was pitched on JV because we didn't have anybody else, so she's still learning. Last couple of weeks she started to come around a little bit and cut down on the walks and the hit batters, and so we're kind of hoping as the season goes on it gets better, but it's hard to defend 15, 16 walks a game, and that's where we were at early in the season. That's why we're giving up so many runs. And I believe that kind of bled over to the offense sometimes when we give up so many runs and, there's nothing we can do about it. Then we kind of get down as a team, which that's on us. But, we've seen some good pitching, but not to the point where I don't think we should be scoring 1 run against some of the pitches we did. So.
Offensively, when you've had those explosions, what was key to that?
The top of our order. Our top 3 hitters, Avery Sieg, Lily Pohulu, and Aubrey Tarnowski, they get it going. Obviously, Avery has the power. Lily leads our team in hits, and Tarnowski, we've moved her 1, 2, or 3 in our order, and she's responded. She can either get on base if that's her job or drive in a run. So.
Second time you've seen McDonell, what's going to be key to try to get a victory here at home?
Just pitch and play defense better than we did the last time. Try and stay in the game like we did last week against Stanley. That was our best game of the year. We cut down on the walks, and we played great defense. So.
Well, fantastic, Coach. We're looking forward to it. Always great to see Western Cloverbelt Conference softball. We might even get a little sunshine, so we're hoping for that.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Thank you, Coach Keith Poyer. Back with Coach Ruff after this. It's McDonell pregame on WOGO Sports.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
Is your shopping a bit boring?
Paper or plastic?
Then come to Bargain City's Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Bargain City's ever-changing inventory means you never know just what you'll find or how big your savings could be. Name brand apparel, home goods, furniture, even new scratch and dent appliances with warranty. Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Your shopping adventure awaits.
There are many reasons to open a smart checking account at Royal Credit Union, including no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and a $250 bonus. Getting your $250 is easy. Open your account by May 31st, receive 2 payroll direct deposits of $200 or more, and you'll get a $250 bonus. See details and open your account today at rcu.org/checking bonus. No minimum balance required to obtain bonus. Offer ends 5/31/25. Insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to McDonell Lady Macks softball pregame here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube and Facebook. Here with head coach Rick Ruff and coach 5-3 on the season, getting into the heart of the conference schedule here. What have you seen so far through some of the ups and downs of the season?
Yeah, the team, like you said, we've had some ups and downs. When we stay focused and when we play defense, we can play with anybody, but it all starts on defense.
What have you liked about the defense when it is coming together in some of those wins and maybe even the losses that have been tight games?
Yeah, the defense, it's not only just the errors. When they're communicating with each other, when they're talking and they're playing together, that's what makes the defense better.
Have you been impressed with your young sophomores pitching? I mean, I saw Jasmine got some innings the other day, but Kelsey and Riley, I mean, it seems like they're getting more and more confident.
Yeah, it's a growing up time. There, like you said, there's three sophomores throwing for us, and we're going to only improve every single day out.
What about the approach at the plate? What's been good? What you need to work on there?
Discipline. We make sure that we are out there hitting pitches that we can hit. It's not always about strikes. It's about something in your zone that you can drive.
Well, Coach, we'll talk to you afterward. Hopefully we're talking about a season sweep of Bloomer. We'll hope we'll get the job done.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Rick Ruff will be back with more after this on WOGO Sports.
H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls wishes McDonell baseball and softball the best of luck this season. Just like strong practice habits are the backbone of a championship team, the wiring is the backbone of your home or business. Whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. Call them at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977. H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls. Proud to back the Macks.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Went with the curveball for a called strike 3. Strikes out the side, 5 in a row.
Shepard gets a nice piece of this one, sends it out deep to center field, and it's gone! The 0-2 pitch.
Swinging strike 3, puncher out, and that's the game.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, now with 5 membership branches in Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, and Menominee, a tennis center, a sports center, 2 early learning communities, and Camp Manitou. Join our community and discover your why. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. Visit ymca-cv.org or stop in for a tour at any of our convenient locations today. That's ymca-cv.org. See you at the Y.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
Lady Macks pregame here on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube, WOGO Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika with you. Time for the Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. McDonell going for a season sweep of Bloomer, but always tougher the second time you face a team. Chris, what do they have to do to be able to get the victory here?
Well, and I think Coach Rick made the highlight to that is staying focused on defense, talking to each other, making sure and communicating out there. So I think those are the biggest things. And then, in the box, making sure and swinging at anything that's in your, zone.
Your Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls, back in 90 seconds with the game time on WOGO Sports.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
It's just about game time here on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika, we're ready to go as they'll get warmed up here. And McDonell, again, going for a season sweep of a conference opponent. But looking at Bloomer, as their coach Keith Boyer mentioned, it really hurts when you lose your planned starting pitcher at the end of basketball season. She doesn't even get to go out there. But in the circle today, they'll have Lydia Prince, a junior, and again, upperclassman, and she's gotten a chance to get better and better as the season goes on, and certainly thinking that it's probably going to be a tougher go offensively for McDonell second time facing her.
Yeah, exactly. And, the more reps she gets, the better she gets. And, like you said, stated, it's hard. It's tough losing, your planned pitcher and everything. But she's stepping in and, finding her zone and finding her game.
Well, good to have you with us here on WOGO, Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika, Elliot Spees, back at the WOGO home base in Hallie as our audio producer, on-site camera operator, and video producer is Mr. Sam Aberley. Battery looks like this for Bloomer. Lydia Prince, the junior, number 10 in the circle. And behind the plate is Avery Sieg, fellow junior, number 23. And leading off for McDonell, head coach Rick Ruff, is Kendall Heffler, the senior left fielder, number 3. She is batting .400 on the season. And Kendall will stand in from the right side as we get underway.
Gloves on and all.
Indeed. They're wearing theirs. We're wearing different kinds of gloves out here.
Exactly.
Still great to see the rain has, and hi Riley on the dugout cam. Great to see the rain, has at least dissipated for a while. First pitch, caught the outside edge for a strike on Kendall Heffler.
Yeah, I think she just needs to focus in.
Second offering, pops straight up, could be playable for the third baseman, and it is gloved over there by Addison Pekka for the first out of the inning.
Those first pitches are always difficult, being the first batter out. Kendall does a great job, but they can be difficult and get it out of the way.
Brings up Keegan Winger, the junior, swinging a hot bat. Keegan takes a ball high, batting .417. The junior third baseman, number 14.
See the McDonell boys must be playing baseball here too. Oh, there you go, Keegan.
Keegan hits a hard shot towards short. It's bottled, and Keegan legs it out, and she is aboard. First base runner of the day for McDonell. As Keegan Winger, I don't even know if the shortstop feels that one cleanly. I'm not even sure if she's able to throw out Keegan.
I don't think so.
It's rolling a little bit more slowly here with the wet sand.
Yep.
Riley Christensen, the sophomore, takes first pitch.
There's some
ball one.
Speaker issues, I think that's that squeaking, so.
Riley's batting .516 to lead the team.
Doing great.
Takes a ball outside. She has 3 home runs on the season. I've been privileged to be there for a couple of them, and then she hit a grand slam without me.
How dare she?
2-0 pitch, snap throw to first. Diving back in, Keegan Winger now 3-0 on Riley Christensen.
Just checking her back, and Keegan did a great job in watching that throw coming in.
3-0 counts. Lydia Prince, the junior, against Riley Christensen, the sophomore. The pitch, check swing, caught the outside edge for strike one. 3-1 hitters count on Riley.
Come on, Riley.
Runner at first, 1 out. Here in the top of the first.
Nice there.
Riley, hard shot towards short. Throw to second,
nice
sliding,
shot.
and it's dropped at second. Safe at first and second for McDonell with 1 out.
Yeah, that the sand is definitely, it's soaking up some of the power on those balls, so.
Absolutely.
Got to drive at them.
So Riley reaches, brings up Kelsey Bremnes, the sophomore pitcher, number 10. You talk about swinging a hot bat. Kelsey's now batting .464, as well as leading the team in innings pitched. And she really, again, is starting to find her comfort level. Takes a strike pitch 1.
She's a very strong player all around, and so just finding where her comfort is and honing in on that.
Runners at first and second. 0-1 count, low and in the dirt, and runners are going to advance to second and third for McDonell on the wild pitch. 1-1 the count on Kelsey Bremnes. Here on WOGO Radio, WOGO Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Also WOGO Sports, the live video stream on our WOGO Radio Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Prince the pitch. Dribbled very slowly along the third base line. Long throw to first in time. Runner
nice.
dives in, and
Nice
there's
job,
the
Keegan.
first run of the game for McDonell. Keegan Winger, smart base running there. Riley advances to third, so 2 away, but the first run in for McDonell.
Yeah, and that sacrifice, with Kelsey brings her in, so that's great, smart playing.
So Keegan Winger scores the first run of the game. Riley Christensen is in scoring position. Kelsey Bremnes out at first. 5-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. First pitch lone in the dirt for Claire Ruff, sophomore shortstop, number 12, batting .458. One run in, 2 away, runner at third. Laying off, taking strike 1 is Claire.
Come on, Claire.
Again, Lydia Prince, the junior, number 10. Her coach mentioned it was a struggle earlier in the season. Now she's getting a little bit more locked in. Induces a swinging strike from Claire. 1-2 is the count.
And I believe, he stated that she just started pitching last year?
Yeah, so again, fairly new to the position
definitely.
as well, too. Give her a ton of credit for stepping in. Prince the pitch, rise ball, misses high. 2-2.
Yeah, that's one of those positions that a lot of pitchers start out very young, and so kudos to her.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, runner at third for McDonell here in the top of the first. Count has worked full as Ruff lays off.
Yeah, that changeup just went wide a little bit there for her.
Lydia Prince against Claire Ruff. 3-2 count, 2 away. Payoff pitch, popped up foul along the first base line and out of play. We'll do it again. In the upper left-hand corner of our WOGO Sports video stream, check out the Metropolis Resort Smile Cam to catch all the in-game reactions today. It's constant smiles and fun at Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire with Action City Chaos Water Park and on-site dining and coffee. Book your family's adventure today. MetropolisResort.com. There's the walk drawn by Claire Ruff. Worked the count full and then took the walk. Runners at the corners.
Great job watching that. Pitch came in just a little bit low, and so great job watching that.
And again, that 3-2 count as a hitter, sometimes it's hard to lay off.
It is hard.
To have that discipline.
You want so much to hit that, but she did a great job.
Runners at the corners, 2 away. Lizzie Liebrandt takes a cut at the first pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1. Lizzie, sophomore catcher, number 9, batting .300 on the season.
It's funny because the email that Rick sent you, it says Liz Liebrandt, and I'm like, I've called her Lizzie since she's been little. So it's like, I'm like, So I'm glad to hear you say that because that's what I'll be calling her too.
Lizzie, an 0-1 count facing Lydia. She'll pop one up in the infield, playable for the
that caught
junior
on
shortstop Lillian Pahulu.
the small part of the bat there on the handle.
We head to the bottom of the first. McDonell gets one across. It's 1-0 the Lady Macks. We're back in 60 seconds. This is McDonell Softball on WOGO Sports.
To help simplify life, people are looking to their homes for more comfort and enjoyment. New home builders as well as remodelers are completing their bathroom projects in style with luxury shower doors from White City Glass. 3/8 or half-inch shower doors from White City Glass offer a quality that is evident, making shower time more relaxing any day of the week. Are you ready for luxury, style, and relaxation? Make the right choice for your shower doors. See White City Glass today.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
WOGO Sports, McDonell softball, bottom of the first here at Bloomer. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malico with you. McDonell plates one in the front half of the inning to lead 1-0. Turn your dreams into reality with Stelter Incorporated, the highest quality and longest lasting concrete for 3 generations. Stelter Inc. is always proud to support local sports. Visit StelterIncorporated.com. That's StelterIncorporated.com. In the circle for McDonell is Kelsey Bremnes. She's pitched 34 1/3 innings on the season so far, faced 156 batters, has a 3-3 win-loss record, has allowed 36 hits, 15 earned runs, 10 walks, struck out 38 and counting.
You bet.
First pitch makes the batter duck away a little bit, ball 1. She's facing Lillian Pahulu, the junior shortstop, number 13, bats from the left. She just made that out to end the top of the first for McDonell. Bremnes the pitch, fouled back,
Nice
strike
pitch.
1.
Yeah, that first pitch, just got to let her know that you're there.
I mean, and again, I think we saw this from Kelsey's freshman season, that she's a confident player.
Oh,
She's just a good athlete, and I think that confidence is growing more and more each game she pitches.
Nice pitch.
Hard drive hit out toward Riley, and Riley can't make the catch in center field. And cruising in for a double, headed toward third with a throw at third.
Oh, there you
Keegan
go.
makes
You
the
got her.
tag.
Yeah,
and it got
there
her.
you go. Good
Got
job.
her at third base.
Nice throw, Kendall. Good job, Keegan.
Well done by McDonell. Puhulu tried to stretch it from a double to a triple.
Well, I think she was just trying to, put themselves in a position to score and keep it even here. So.
And Coach Ruff mentioned defense is going to be key. And after some hard contact by Puhulu, she's thrown out at third. Big swing and a miss for Aubrey Tarnowski, the junior center fielder, number 6.
Yeah, and Kendall's, got a great arm there, too, in the outfield. So she got that throw in right away. So it was an awesome job.
So score that 7-5.
Yep.
She's
101
thrown out.
count here. Come on, Kelsey.
Good way of subtly reminding me that I need to update the count on the live stream. Hard drive right back toward Kelsey. She knocks it down. The throw to first, not quite in time. Running it out quickly was
Great
Tarnowski.
job, though, reacting to that. When it comes back at you like that, you're not always really ready for it. You're supposed to be, but sometimes it shocks you. They're coming back at you.
Yeah. So Tarnowski, an infield hit, and she is aboard at first. Brings up Avery Sieg, the junior, good athlete in her own right, bats on the left, number 23, the catcher.
Nice pitch.
First pitch, say in there for a strike.
Yeah, they're playing back a little bit on this one, so I think they're, especially on the left side here.
Hard shot right past line and Kugel at first. That's going to send a runner over the bag at second. They'll stay put, though, at first and second. Couple base hits in a row for Bloomer. Again, the top of their batting order has really been strong at times this season.
Definitely very solid. Not afraid to hit the ball and be in there to hit that. So
I believe it's 6 games for Bloomer that they have scored 22 or more runs.
Wow.
And again, you look 23-21, a slugfest over Adams Friendship, but beat Amory 35-11. They can score runs, and as their coach Keith Poyer mentioned, in those 6 games where they scored 22 or more runs, he said it was the top of the order that really did the damage.
Yeah, they're very solid, very solid at the top, and we had a designated runner come in.
Courtesy runner at first, and I'm trying to catch the number. I know Addison Pekka, the senior, third baseman, number 11, is in to bat now with runners at first and second and 1 away. Low and in the dirt, ball 1.
Number 32 is the courtesy runner on that.
All right, that's Casey Schmidt, the sophomore. So she stands at first.
I think the girls just being ready, reacting. The defense is thinking,
foul back right toward us.
Thankfully, the fence is there.
Strike 1 to work it even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at first and second. 1-0 ball game. McDonell with the lead. Kelsey Bremen is trying to work out of this one.
Shot.
Popped up. Lizzie Liebrandt running back,
nice
trying
job,
to make
Lizzie.
the catch. Breaks the grab right near the fence. Lizzie Liebrandt.
She did a great job being alert and looking for that ball right away as a catcher. You know, a lot of times that's hard because with that mask on, when it balls pops up, it's like, where is it going type of thing. So she did a great job on that.
Nicely done by Liebrandt, second out of the inning, and that changes the complexion of things here. Runners at first and second, but now 2 away. Brings up Cameron Yeeke, the junior DP, number 15, third out of the first 5 batters that's been batting from the left. They've got a lot of lefties in this lineup.
Yes, they do.
Strike one from Bremnes. Protecting a 1-0 lead. Bremnes the pitch. Couldn't quite find the outside edge of the plate, 1-1. When you need a boundary surveyed on residential or commercial property, think Heath, Loken & Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying. Get it done right. Call owner Jason Heath and Heath Loken, 715-720-4000. Mayor Heath, I probably should say now.
I was just going to say that, Mayor Heath.
Congratulations, Jason. Ball 2 issued by Bremnes.
Yep, she's coming in just a little high, so she's got to bring it down just a touch.
And adjusting sometimes to each umpire's strike zone as well. The pitch, a grounder towards second. Bovey gloves, throws to first in time, and that'll end the inning. Base runners allowed, but no runs across as we head to the top of the second. The score remaining, McDonell 1, Bloomer nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
McDonell softball on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malico with you. Sam Averly also on site as our video producer, camera operator. Elliot Spees at the WOGO home base in Halle, our audio producer. Kiara Leinenkugel swings at the first pitch, gloved by the third baseman and thrown out. Nice play there from Addison Pekka to Brooklyn Willie for the first out of the inning on one pitch. And that's, again, good for the confidence of Lydia Prince, the junior.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned, is new to that spot.
You know, great job for her. Kiara just kind of hit funky on the bat, so I think that's where it kind of stopped dead as soon as she hit it.
Brings up Aaliyah Bovey. Bovey playing second, just made a nice play to end the front half of the inning.
Yeah, pitch does a really good job of bringing in strikes right away, so she's been doing a really great job with that.
0-1 count on Aaliyah.
There you go.
Hard
Aaliyah,
shot
nice.
right past
nice
the second
stop,
baseman.
though.
No, it stopped.
Ooh.
Throw to first, not nearly in time. As Aaliyah legs that one out, I apologize. I did not switch the camera angle soon enough, but just trust me on this. She was really fast.
Yes, she's very fast. That was one that I didn't think was going to happen there. So she's got a lot of good speed.
It's tough to know how to score that because, again, bobble a little bit by the second baseman,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you score that an infield hit or not.
Yeah.
Rise ball high.
I guess I would say that's an infield hit.
I score it that way as
Yep,
well, too.
yeah.
So Avery Bovey, the senior, Leah's older sister, number 4, DP today, takes a rise ball high for ball 2. She's batting .556.
Wow, awesome. Strong, solid. You know, there's a reason she's DP.
Avery Bovey at the plate. Aaliyah Bovey at first base. Check swing. Did I say she went, I think? Nope. 3-0 the count.
Yep.
Good job holding it back by Avery Bovey. They can flip the order back to the top, and Kendall Heffler in a moment here.
You know, and it's solid. They have a solid batting lineup, you know, all the way through. So that's always great.
Prince the
there
pitch.
You go. Come on, drop.
Popped up, and it drops
Oh,
right in front of the second baseman. A throw to second to get the leadoff runner. But Bovey is aboard at first. Now with 2 away, though.
You know, that was
Almost a dangerous play, though, to not go.
I was just thinking that, too. I'm like, why not go for the sure out there? That could have been a tough decision there, but she made it, and a great job on the second baseman out there.
So Leah Bovey is retired. Avery Bovey reaches on the fielder's choice, brings up Kendall Heffler, and she'll take ball one.
We were just joking about the Avery versus Aaliyah and which ones. So it's always funny with those names, the A's. Ooh, nice job,
Good
Kendall.
shot by Kendall Heffler, and it goes all the way back to center field, but is caught there, ranging backward, Aubrey Tarnowski, and that is the final out of the top of the second. We head to the bottom of two. Our score remaining, McDonell 1, Bloomer nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
Is your shopping a bit boring?
Paper or plastic?
Then come to Bargain City's Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Bargain City's ever-changing inventory means you never know just what you'll find or how big your savings could be. Name brand apparel, home goods, furniture, even new scratch and dent appliances with warranty. Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Your shopping adventure awaits.
There are many reasons to open a smart checking account at Royal Credit Union, including no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and a $250 bonus. Getting your $250 is easy. Open your account by May 31st, receive 2 payroll direct deposits of $200 or more, and you'll get a $250 bonus. See details and open your account today at rcu.org/checking bonus. No minimum balance required to obtain bonus. Offer ends 5/31/25. Insured by NCUA.
McDonell softball on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank, Kelsey Bremnes ready to rock and roll, and her first pitch in there for a strike against Aubrey Bull, the junior right fielder, number 21.
Yeah, Kelsey does a great job. We talked about this a little bit ago, that just staying calm and staying, very confident, and she does a really great job.
Swing
nice
and a miss.
job.
Bull bats from the right. The junior number 21, the right fielder. Again, several base runners allowed in the first inning for Kelsey Bremnes, fouled back.
But their defense,
But the defense, again, I mean, a double, but then thrown out at third, and then 2 base runners stranded, and that's got to give you just so much confidence in the circle, too, saying, hey, I'm going to get things dialed in, but knowing that they've got my back if one gets away.
Yep, the importance of that, Rick made light to it earlier, too.
Pop
Come
up
on.
and a
Nice
diving play.
job,
Almost
Keegan.
Keegan Winger doesn't actually have to leave her feet. I thought she was headed that direction, but Keegan just says, thank you very much.
Yep.
I will stay clean, and makes the out.
Yeah, she did a great job running on that. And so, but again, when we were talking, Rick was saying the defense is key, and they're just showing that, Kelsey's doing a great job in the circle and knowing and trusting the rest of the girls out there for their defense.
Brooklyn Willie, sophomore first baseman, now at the plate. Swinging strike one. 1 away, none on here. In the bottom of the second, McDonell leading 1-0 on the road at Bloomer. Bremnes, the
Ooh,
pitch
nice
change
job.
speeds
Nice
that
change
time.
up
Strike
there.
2. Goodness gracious,
Yep.
that was a pretty pitch.
That was a beautiful pitch.
Whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. Call them at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977. H&R Electric, proud to back the Macks. Pop up back toward us. As Lee Brandt will retrieve it. 0-2 the count on Brooklyn Willie, the sophomore, number 29, first baseman, batting from the right for the Bloomer Blackhawks. Kelsey Bremnes looking for her first punch out of the game. Line drive out towards center, and
Nice
just
job.
shifting over a bit to make the catch is Riley Christensen for out number 2 of the inning. Good contact there from Willie, but routine play out in center.
Yeah, she didn't have to move a whole heck of a lot there.
2 away with Kate Pahulu, the freshman left fielder, coming up. Number 26, bats from the right. First pitch, lined
Stay
right
down.
toward
There you go.
Bovey. She'll glove,
There
make
you
the
go.
throw
Good
to
job.
first in plenty of time. 1, 2, 3, they go down in sequence for Bloomer. We head to the third with our score remaining. McDonell 1, Bloomer nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls wishes McDonell baseball and softball the best of luck this season. Just like strong practice habits are the backbone of a championship team, the wiring is the backbone of your home or business. Whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. Call them at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977. H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls. Proud to back the Macks.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Went with the curveball for a called strike 3. Strikes out the side, 5 in a row.
Shepard gets a nice piece of this one, sends it out deep to center field, and it's gone! The 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3, puncher out, and that's the game!
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Back to the action from Bloomer here on WOGO Sports. Lydia Prince, first pitch.
Good job.
Swung
nice
on
drop.
right away and drops
Go,
right
go,
in front
go.
of second base. Long left-handed
job,
throw,
Keegan.
safe. Running it out is Keegan Winger, and she is aboard. 2 for 2 on the day. Keegan gets a leadoff single for McDonell.
We definitely have a fast-paced game going on
Indeed.
today. You know, there's not a lot of sitting back. It's definitely a fast pace, which is great.
I believe that was Pahulu, the junior, who gunned it over to first but couldn't quite beat out the speed of Keegan Winger. Ball 1 issued here to Riley Christensen.
You catch trying to push her back and Keegan back there, but she's got a lot of speed, so.
Keegan scored the only run of the game so far for McDonell. She's
Nice
at
shot.
first,
Oh.
right toward the shortstop and loose at short.
Yeah.
As it gets away from Bahulu there, and runners advance to first and second.
No, Keegan's out
Oh.
at second.
Missed that. All right,
Yeah.
so
No, that was tough because then she tossed it over there. And that's as a base runner, that's hard because you figure it's like she's going to catch that. So you go halfway to make sure you don't get tagged out going back. But that was a tough call.
so Riley Christensen is at first. Keegan out at second.
Come on, Riley.
Riley dives head first
Nice.
into second for the steal to get into scoring position. It does not take her long to run.
No, she's got those long legs, too. That kind of helps her strides.
Seems like she and Kendall Heffler kind of have the green light all the time.
Yep. And, of course, it's the front dive.
Indeed, yeah.
It's like,
The more traditional slide is
Yeah.
a work
Feet
in
first,
progress,
but,
maybe.
you know, but-
Kelsey Bremnes at the plate.
Oh.
She'll swat one along the third baseline foul.
tried to pull that, but yeah, it's no fun. You know, I think Kelsey and, you know, Riley both, Kendall and Riley both think that, no, it's not fun doing feet first. We got to go, you know, head first.
Lydia Prince, the junior. The kick and the pitch to Bremnes.
Nice,
Bremnes
good job.
swats one again along the third baseline, and it hooks foul.
Hooked just a little too early on that
If
one.
that one will drop in for Kelsey.
Yeah, that's bringing, if she hooks it in like that, that's bringing Riley around.
But right now, 0-2 the count. Pitcher against pitcher. Kelsey Bremnes against Lydia Prince. Inside and got her. Nicked her, and so heading toward first is Kelsey Bremnes. 1 out, 2 on for McDonell. Brings up Claire Ruff, the sophomore. Reached on a walk back in the first. And batting .458 coming into the game, and we'll have a courtesy runner.
Chloe's coming in.
Chloe Flanagan, the junior. And speaking of players who can run, you know, Chloe's
Yep.
got some great speed there at first as well.
Yeah, she does.
Well, for taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's just one name you need to know, Chippewa Valley Financial Services. Whether it's for you or for your business, Chippewa Valley Financial Services is always here to help. Again, taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping. Remember, Chippewa Valley Financial Services. Claire Ruff with runners at first and second takes one inside. Riley caught in a rundown between second and third, and the throw
nice
is
job.
overthrown
Come on,
at the
there you
second
go. Bring
base,
them both in.
and
Let's go.
Riley is headed in.
Nice job, Riley.
And she will score the second run of the game. Runners advance to third as well.
Well, and it's awesome having video because that situation right there was a little, you know, hairy because Chloe, she ran, you know. Seeing Riley run, she was going, and
And what does Riley do? And
exactly, you know, when it was came back and she was going to go back, so that was a situation where it's like, hey, it worked out.
And caught a rundown, but that overthrow, instead of picking her off, brings in a run for McDonell. And Claire's still at the plate.
Well,
We'll update here.
With that
2-0
throwback,
count.
sometimes, that's a nervous too. Those throws, you don't get accurate on those, and that's focusing on your defense.
Rise ball misses 3-0. And again, for a pitcher who's still relatively young at the position in Lydia Prince, you need that defense behind you, just like Kelsey Bremnes got.
Yep.
2-0 McDonell. 3-0
Nice
pitch,
job.
grounded right past
They're
it.
up in the
Diving
middle.
shortstop.
Nice.
That's going to bring one in for the Lady Macks. And Claire Ruff, an RBI single to make it 3-0.
It was just a solid hit up the middle.
Chloe Flanagan in to score the third run of the game. Brings up Lizzie Leibrandt, the sophomore. Number 9.
Lizzie has taken a real leadership role on this team this year too.
Strike one.
In that catching position, she's done a great job in being a leader out there on that field.
And it's hard to be the everyday catcher and still be able to hit solidly, too. I mean, that takes a toll. Rise ball misses.
It does. That catching position definitely wears on your body just like the pitching position.
1-1 the count on Lizzie Leibrandt. Runner at first. One hop to the catcher for ball 2. We still have just 1 away and 2 in so far here for McDonell in the third. They lead on the road at Bloomer 3-0. Lydia Prince, the junior, against Lizzie Leibrandt, the sophomore. Lizzie gets a big piece of this one, headed out towards center and caught right back at the wall.
So close.
Goodness gracious. Brilliant catch out there by Aubrey Tarnowski.
That was a great catch. That's one of those darn, I mean, you think it's going to go, and Lizzie, you could just see it in her face. She was like,
I mean, that was a very definition of a loud out.
Yep.
So Claire remains at first with
Kiara.
2 away and Kiara at the plate. Kiara Leinenkugel, the junior, takes strike 1. Kiara again comes into the game batting .333. Last inning, a ground out to third.
Kiara, I believe, is a senior.
Popped up back toward us and out of play. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say she was a junior?
Yep.
Kiara, is a senior.
We'd love to keep her around another year.
I wish we
but
could.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd love that, but
0-2 the count.
Nice
Leinenkugel hits it
there
down
you
the
go,
third
fair ball.
baseline, and it'll
Nice.
drop.
Come on,
Claire
Claire.
Ruff rounding third, and she will head for home. The throw is not going to be in time. Leinenkugel,
Great
an
job.
RBI double for the McDonell senior, and it's 4-0 the Lady Macks.
Solid hit down that third baseline by Kiara there.
Nicely done, Kiara Leinenkugel. First extra base hit for McDonell. 4-0 the Lady Macks.
Aaliyah is up.
Aaliyah Bovey, sophomore second baseman. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Strike 1. Jogging over to grab it, Avery Sieg, the junior. Aaliyah singled her first time up, which was last inning in the second. The pitch, rise ball misses, 1-1. When you're looking for a financial partner who has your best interests in mind, stop by Royal Credit Union. Royal's there to help you reach your financial goals. They give great advice that you can trust. See everything Royal Credit Union has to offer at rcu.org. Prince the pitch to Bovey. Hit solidly, a diving
nice catch. Though.
Beautiful
Nice
catch out
catch.
there by Anna Poyer, the senior the niece of Coach Poyer, and well done there to end the inning. But McDonell gets some damage done, 3 across as we head to the bottom of the third. Our score now, the McDonell Lady Macks 4, the Bloomer Blackhawks nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
Discover a fun and healthy lifestyle for your entire family at the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. Benefit from a wide range of fitness opportunities, programs, and events without contracts or joiner fees. Take the first step towards a healthier you. Visit ymca-cv.org today or stop in for a tour at any of our 5 convenient locations. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley and Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, and Menominee. See you at the Y.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
McDonell softball on WOGO. As that small chip in your windshield turned into a big crack, call White City Glass today, serving all of western Wisconsin. White City Glass looking to slap it. Anna Poyer, the senior, who just made that brilliant play at second to end the inning for McDonell. And she'll take a first pitch miss for ball 1. Poyer, the second baseman, number 1, batting from the left, choking up on that bat a little bit, looks to slap it. She will ground it right towards short. The throw from Claire to Kiara in time, out 1.
I think the important. Put the mic down.
There we go.
The importance here. I had my mic up. I was picking on Lizzie there. I said just a little bit more juice on that hit. The importance of maintaining, our defense now, just because we've got a couple runs there, just keeping up with the defense, and that was a great example of doing that by Claire. By Claire to Kiara there on that first play.
Well, I was just about to say, we call things like that a routine play, but again, they make it look easier than it is, and especially when conditions are a little different here. Wet, softer sand, it just plays a little bit different.
Yeah, because you don't know how that ball's going to bounce and everything.
Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch, Kelsey.
Strike 2.
Yeah, when the sand is soft like this, sometimes the ball can take a weird, wonky bounce, and so you never know. So great job.
0-2.
With Claire on there.
Bremnes the pitch, fouled straight back. Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates and the latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Call 723-9490. Stop by or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
I don't even want to jinx us, but, there's a little brightness out here now.
There, something out in the skies is peeking our way.
Yeah. We'll take it.
1-2 the count now. Bremnes the pitch.
Nice.
Popped up toward Riley.
Good job,
again,
Riley.
She'll just jog forward a few paces and make the out.
Yeah, she adjusted her bat a little bit. She didn't know if it was going back further, and so she adjusted and made it look easy out there.
Pahulu is retired. On the fly out to center. So 2 away brings up Aubrey Tarnowski, who's played well out in center. The junior number 6. Bremnes the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. And Quality Propane and Fuels, you can call 723-9490. Stop by the office in Chippewa Falls or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com. Bremnes the sophomore, 0-1 pitch, missed a little bit low, 1-1.
She's been doing a great job. Obviously, the girls are that are up to bat are watching because they're swinging at some higher pitches, but Kelsey's been doing a great job bringing in consistent pitches there.
1-1 missed inside. 1-2. If you have a need for anything glass, a new mirror, quality shower doors, a new windshield, call the glass leaders. White City Glass. That's White City Glass. Kelsey Bremnes, the 2-1 pitch. And missed just a little bit low. Thought maybe she was going to get that call. 3-1 now, hitters count for Tarnowski, who singled her first time up. 3-1. The pitch,
nice
swinging
change.
strike 2.
Nice job.
Nice job changing speeds by Kelsey Bremnes. Facing Aubrey Tarnowski, talented junior center fielder. Bremnes turning the ball over in that right hand. The payoff pitch, popped up foul along the first base line. Out of play.
Great job keeping it in play.
Good again at 3-2. Your shopping adventure awaits at Bargain City Superstore. New items added every day with amazing deals on furniture, appliances, home goods, clothing, and so much more at Bargain City. 3-2 pitch, rise ball, misses high and outside. First base runner of the inning as Tarnowski reaches for the second time today, this time on a walk. Brings up Avery Sieg, who also singled her first time up, the junior catcher number 23, batting from the left.
Yeah, they just need their back a little bit on the left side.
2 away, hard shot, gets by Kiara Leinenkugel and into the outfield.
Come on,
Sieg
Olivia, bring it
rounding
in.
first, heading towards second. Runner will hold at second and third.
Bringing it in. Good job, Olivia, getting that in.
Nice piece of hitting there by Avery Sieg.
Oh, yeah.
She will head
Right
towards
over.
second on the double.
Right down that line. She did a great job.
Now still 2 away here. Addison Pekka popped out to Lizzie Liebrand her first time up.
Yeah, we had a courtesy runner come in, number 32.
And that's Casey Schmidt. So Schmidt at second now. For the catcher, Avery Sieg. So Addison Pekka, third baseman, senior number 11. At the plate facing Kelsey Bremnes. Again, Bargain City Superstore has name brands at a fraction of retail price. Bargain City Superstore next to Micon Cinemas in Chippewa Falls. Now in Rice Lake, coming soon to Eau Claire. Bargain City Superstore. We appreciate their support of McDonell Athletics.
Nice
Swinging
pitch.
strike one on the first offering to Addison Pekka.
Nice solid pitch.
Runners at second and third with 2 away. 4-0 McDonell lead. Changing speeds and inducing another swinging strike. Kelsey Bremnes.
Yeah, Kelsey does such a great job at that. You know, the first pitch coming in and then, or wherever the order is, and then coming back with that changeup does a great job.
The kick and the pitch. The 0-2
Nice.
popped foul along the first base line and out of play. 2 away, 2 on, runners at second and third. So 2 in scoring position. A base hit could potentially cut this lead for McDonell in half. Kelsey Bremnes trying to strand 2 base runners for the second time today. Pekka at the plate, the third baseman. The pitch fouled up. And Lizzie Liebrand not able to catch up with this one as it came down to the ground pretty quickly. Do it again at 0-2 with 2 away and runners occupying second and third base. We are in the bottom of the third at Bloomer on WOGO Sports. 0-2 pitch, changing
come on.
speeds, popped
There,
up and
nice.
reaching over to make the catch. Claire Ruff casually as we head to the fourth. 2 base runners stranded for Bloomer once again. Our score remains McDonell 4, Bloomer nothing. We are back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports. This is Lady Macks Softball.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
Welcome back to McDonell Softball and WOGO Sports. Turn your dreams into reality with Stelter Incorporated, the highest quality and longest lasting concrete for 3 generations. Stelter Inc. always proud to support local sports. Visit StelterIncorporated.com. Dribble
go,
along
Avery.
the third base line. Avery Bovey not able to run that one out. Retired for the first out of the inning, facing Lydia Prince for the second time.
Yeah, she did. You know, the ball seems to be hitting really kind of weird, so I don't know if it's how it's hitting off the bat. Kind of a couple of them, last one for Bloomer as well, too, but
McDonell was able to get 3 across last time up and brings up the top of their order. Kendall Heffler takes
on
a first
Kendall.
pitch strike. Kendall's popped out to third, then a fly out to center in the first and second innings, respectively, facing Prince for the third time. Sometimes the fireworks come out the third time you see a pitcher, but she takes strike 2. Prince
Yeah,
in for the battle as well.
if you know Kendall at all, you know that she's just itching now for a hit. So
Heffler, the 0-2.
There you go.
She
Come
will
on, Kendall.
ground it towards short.
Oh,
Long throw.
nice.
No chance. No chance to get Kendall Heffler. She beats that one out, and she is aboard for the first time today. Brings up Keegan Winger, the junior. Keegan, a pair of singles in her first 2 plate appearances.
Kendall just wants to get on the bags because she loves running and stuff, so I think she does a great job in putting herself in that position.
First offering to Keegan Winger. Catcher comes out of her. Stan Sieg looking toward Willie at first and just trying to get Kendall to head back to the bag. And Kendall says, I'll oblige temporarily, and then I'm going to dance right back off it.
I'll listen to you right now.
0-1 pitch. Grounder along the third base line. Long throw to first. Overshoots the first baseman, Kendall Heffler, headed toward third, and she is going to hold there. She'll take a wide turn, but they are safe at the corners with one away for McDonell.
Well, her on that one, trying to make that throw when she was on the ground, that was a pretty decent throw, making it from the ground like that.
It really was. I think we scored as another infield single for Keegan Winger, which would make her 3 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, it was a great job.
That'll help that .417 average go even
sure
higher.
Will.
And now Riley Christensen. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, reached on an error in the third, stole a base. Throw to second, and Keegan Winger not able to get there in time, but apt base running by McDonell.
Brings in Kendall.
Kendall makes it 5-0. So 2 away. Keegan Winger thrown out at second, but Kendall takes the bag at home.
What do you call a sacrifice slide?
I guess. So Riley now looking to swing away, and she'll take one inside. Ball 1.
Come on, Riley.
1-1 count on Riley Christensen, the McDonell sophomore. Pitch low and in the dirt. Ball 2. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, only one name you need to know. That's Chippewa Valley Financial Services. Whether it's for you or your business, Chippewa Valley Financial Services, always here to help. That's Chippewa Valley Financial Services. Riley swing and a miss. 2-2.
She's frustrated on herself with that one. But
I was going to say, you do not see Riley swing and miss often.
No.
Leads
She did a
the
little
team with
hop
3 home
after
runs.
that miss, you know.
2-2 pitch,
Nice,
a grounder
right up the
right
middle.
over the vacant bag at second, and Riley in for a leadoff single for McDonell.
Yeah, you definitely don't see her miss like that very often. So
2 away, but Riley her first hit of the game after reaching on that fielder's choice and on the air. Brings up Kelsey Bremnes. Ground out to third, her first time up, then hit by a pitch in the third inning. Facing Prince for the third time. Riley takes off. The throw to second, and Riley just hops over the shortstop. And, they're going to say she's tagged out. I'll correct myself. I thought she was safe, but that'll end the inning for McDonell. We'll have to check replay later on. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Our score, McDonell 5, Bloomer nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Remember when you were a kid and broke that window? Remember how bad you felt when Mom and Dad found out? Mom made everything okay with hot cookies. Dad called White City Glass to fix it. That was years ago. When someone little you know breaks one of your windows, bake the cookies and call White City Glass. They're in the business of fixing broken glass of any kind. White City Glass, helping people of all ages since 1967.
Welcome back to McDonell Softball, WOGO Sports. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika with you on the radio, on the WOGO live video stream on Facebook and YouTube. Sam Averly, our on-site video producer and camera operator. Elliot Spees, audio producer of the WOGO studios in Halley. It's 5-0 McDonell. First pitch whistles in there, ball 1. Missed a little bit low. Kelsey Bremnes facing Cameron Yiki for the second time today. The DP, number 15, batting from the left. Slap hitter. Grounded out to Bovey at second, her first time up. Fouled back, strike one. Check out the Metropolis Resort Smile Cam, upper left-hand corner of our WOGO Sports Live video stream. Catch all the in-game, in-dugout reactions today. Remember, it's constant smiles and fun at Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire with Action City, Chaos Water Park, on-site dining, on-site Caribou Coffee. Book your family's incredible adventure today at metropolisresort.com. That's metropolisresort.com. Ball 2 issued by Kelsey Bremnes. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, this one, the strike zone shifts a little bit with her
1-2
height,
pitch,
but she
swinging,
likes those
strike
high
two.
balls. She
2
likes
balls,
those
2
highs.
strikes.
Yep.
Kelsey Bremnes checks that wristband on the left forearm. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed. Works the count full.
Oh, he did call her out.
There we go. All right. I was going to say, it didn't look like a miss.
I know, I was like, ooh.
A little bit of a delayed strikeout.
Yeah.
So that's the first punch out of the game
Yeah, great job, Kelsey.
for Kelsey Bremnes. Retires Zeke and Bowl comes up. She popped out to third, and Keegan Winger her last time up. First pitch, fouled back. Got a little piece of that one, but the gas brought that time by Kelsey Bremnes. When you need a boundary surveyed on residential or commercial property, think Heath Loken and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying. Get it done right. Call owner Jason Heath and Heath Loken, 715-720-4000, 720-4000, Heath Loken and Associates LLC Professional
Olivia.
Land Surveying. Out to Olivia Wolf in right, and Wolf not able to make the grab. I don't know if she lost it a little bit.
I think she lost it, yep.
Again, the sun comes out at just the wrong time here,
exactly.
I guess, and so Bowl is aboard.
Yep, I think she just lost that a little bit. Courtesy runner coming in, number 27.
And 27 is Kennedy Prill. Prill, the sophomore, in to run for Aubrey Bowl. So base runner aboard and one away for the Bloomer Blackhawks. Here in the fourth, they trail McDonell 5-0. McDonell has scored one in the first, none in the second, but 3 in the third, and then 1 in the fourth. Brooklyn Willie, the sophomore first baseman, at the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Yeah, when we get to this point, and it feels like there's slowing of the game. Just defense just needs to stay focused and do what they need to do to pull through.
Fouled back, strike two. Quickly ahead in the count here. Kelsey Bremnes strides back into the circle. One away, one on. That's Kennedy Prill, the sophomore, at first base for Bloomer. 0-2 pitch. Swinging,
Nice.
strike
Come on.
three. Snap through to
There you
second to
go.
get the runner.
Got her.
Down
Yes.
him off. There you go.
Nice.
Ending the inning for McDonell. The strikeout. Then Lizzie Liebrandt guns it to second for the second out. We head to the fifth. Our score remaining, McDonell 5, Bloomer nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
McDonell softball on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on Facebook and YouTube. When you're looking for a financial partner who has your best interests in mind, stop by Royal Credit Union. Royal's there to help you reach your financial goals. They give great advice that you can trust. Royal Credit Union, see all they have to offer at rcu.org. Kelsey Bremnes swings at the first pitch, and a throw in time from the third baseman, Addison Pekka, to retire Bremnes for out one of the inning.
Yeah, that was definitely a solid hit. It just happened to go right to her, so she was able to get that over there. But
And solid contact from
Yes.
Kelsey, but just trying to hit it where they aim, right?
Yep.
One away, brings up Claire Ruff. Ruff takes a first pitch strike from Lydia Prince, and I've been impressed with Prince again. Whether Coach
Oh, yeah.
Poyer say that she hasn't pitched very often, just a couple years, and coming in kind of pressed into service here. And when their planned pitcher, another grounder to third, throw to
Oh,
first,
nice
dropped
job,
at
yep.
first, and Claire Ruff
Yep.
is aboard on the error.
Another example of why you just always run through, because you never know. But what you were saying, absolutely. I mean, I think she's done a great job.
I mean, wasn't coming in to this season expecting to pitch.
No.
And again, you lose your pitcher at the end of basketball season, and so Prince has come in and battled her way through this season. I think she's getting better and better. Snap throw to first just to keep Claire Ruff honest over there.
Yeah, she's definitely, staying consistent and doing a great job and finding her zone, and kudos to her.
1-0 the count on Lizzie Liebrandt, the sophomore. Rise ball misses high. Liebrandt on the day, a pop out to the shortstop, and then a very loud out to center field. 2-0 pitch, laying off is Lizzie. 3-0. Claire Ruff at first, one away for McDonell. They lead 5-0 here on the road at Bloomer. Western Cloverbelt Conference softball. McDonell hoping for a season sweep of the Blackhawks. The pitch, throw wide, and taking her base, Lizzie Liebrandt's four-pitch walk. That will advance Claire Ruff to second.
And I don't know if you could see it, but Claire just did like this nonchalant step back because she knew it was a ball forward. It was a walk, and it was just kind of like this nonchalant, yep, I see ya.
So, runners at first and second for Kiara Leinenkugel. Kiara ripped a double, an RBI double, her last time up. First time up, she grounded out to the third baseman. Pretty busy at the hot corner over there so far for Addison Pekka.
Do we have a runner in, or is that Lizzie?
Looks like it's still Lizzie over
I
there.
think it is.
And Kiara Leinenkugel at the plate with one away and two aboard. The kick and the pitch. Missed
No,
low.
we did.
Oh.
Bryn came in.
Okay.
Bryn Wiedemeyer.
Bryn Wiedemeyer,
I'm going,
freshman,
'cause
I believe.
Yep. I saw Rick talking to the ump. I'm going, yep.
All right. Fouled off. So Wiedemeyer, the freshman, at first. In place of Lizzie Liebrandt, the catcher.
Yep.
5-0 McDonell. We're in the top of the fifth. 1-1 count for Kiara Leinenkugel. Takes one right at the knees for strike two. It's a good pitch there from Prince.
Yeah, good pitch, but Kiara's a solid hitter. She just was waiting on that one.
1-2 the count. Leinenkugel rips
nice
it right
through,
past
nice
the
through,
third
nice through.
baseman,
Come on.
and that's out
Going
into
through.
the outfield. Claire Ruff diving toward the
Nice,
plate,
beautiful.
sliding in for the score. It's 6-0 McDonell, and another RBI for Kiara Leinenkugel.
Very smart base running there. Bryn is at third base. Nice job.
It's a couple doubles in a row for
Yeah.
Kiara Leinenkugel, a couple RBI doubles in a row.
Definitely, she's a very consistent, batter, and so she did a great job there.
6-0
Knew what she
the Lady
needed to do.
Macks. First pitch strike.
She's been real solid at bringing in a strike that first pitch.
Aaliyah Bovey's at the plate, the sophomore. Singled her first time up, lined out to second on a hard hit ball, her second plate appearance. Ball one. 1-1 the count. Still just one away And runners at second and third for McDonell. So 2 in scoring position here for Aaliyah Bovey. McDonell sophomore. 1-1 pitch. Dribbler right past the pitcher. Throw to first in time for the out, but a run comes in. So the RBI for Aaliyah, and runner at third with 2 away. And McDonell will exchange that for a 7-0 lead.
Avery Bovey is up next.
6-3 on the put out there. Fouled off for Avery. 7-0 McDonell, 2 away here in the top of the 5th. That was Wiedemeyer who came in to score, I should mention.
Yep. Kiara's on third base yet. Ooh.
Catching the outside edge for a strike is Prince. Down the count, 0-2, Avery Bovey. And as you mentioned, Kiara Leinenkugel has advanced to third after her RBI double. 0-2 pitch,
nice.
fouled along
tried to pull that one.
third base line for Avery Bovey. We'll do it again at 0-2. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. With Leinenkugel at third. 0-2 count, low and in the dirt for Bovey, ball 1. Quality Propane and Fuels is Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier, has been since 1996. Residential, commercial, and industrial quality propane and fuels. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bovey. Lays off 2-2. Quality propane, go ahead.
Nope, she's just trying to hit that outside corner there. Like she's got a strike called a couple times, so.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Avery Bovey, but 2 away.
Nice, Avery.
A grounder towards
Keep going.
short.
Come on.
Long throw to first in time to end the inning. But McDonell gets a couple more across. We head to the bottom of the 5th with our score. The Lady Macks 7, the Blackhawks 0. It's McDonell on the road at Bloomer on WOGO Sports. Back in a minute.
Is your shopping a bit boring?
Paper or plastic?
Then come to Bargain City's Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Bargain City's ever-changing inventory means you never know just what you'll find or how big your savings could be. Name brand apparel, home goods, furniture, even new scratch and dent appliances with warranty. Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Your shopping adventure awaits.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, professional land surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, professional land surveying.
Bottom of the 5th here on WOGO. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika with you. WOGO, Hallie Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Riley Christensen has moved from center into pitch. The McDonell sophomore.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to, I think that Jasmine Gerber is out at right. Olivia went to center with
So
that
Olivia
change
Wolf
up.
in center, and Riley first pitch swinging strike 1. So Olivia Wolf in center, the McDonell senior. Pop deep to left, long run for Kendall Heffler, and that's going to hit the wall. Cruising into second for a double is Kate Bahulu.
I bring that back. Jasmine's not. 25, Lauren Buscher is out at right.
Lauren Buscher in right. And Bahulu, the leadoff double.
Nice solid hit there.
Brings up Anna Poyer, the senior. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Sometimes catching those numbers from here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's age or what it is that you can't necessarily see at the best.
Swinging strike 2 on Anna Poyer, the senior. She has one plate appearance, a ground out back in the third. We're in the fifth now. McDonell leading 7-0. Check swing. And they're calling for Poyer to run to first. Not calling her back. Again,
being the drop ball there.
a little bit of a delayed there, but that was the first strikeout of the game for Riley Christensen. And we'll see, but I kind of think some pitchers get rattled when they give up a leadoff hit after just coming into the game. I think Riley just gets a little bit more intense.
I think so. I think she's definitely
it's kind of like Brett Favre, where he kind of needed to get hit, and then he would dribbler foul for strike one.
And Riley's approach with pitching is definitely a faster pitch.
Yeah.
Than Kelsey's per se. So it's just Riley does a great job. She's definitely a high energy pitcher.
That is very true. High energy in a lot of ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Rise ball misses high.
Which isn't bad in any way.
Not
Love to
at
see
all.
that.
2-1 the count. Christensen the pitch.
Come on.
Smack toward
Kendall,
Kendall Heffler, and she will
gonna
make
tag.
the grab.
There you go.
Throw to Lizzie Liebrandt. She will not be able to get back in time, and one run is in for Bloomer.
It was still a great throw from Kendall out there and on left.
So first run of the game for the Blackhawks makes it 7-1 as Pahulu, a well-earned run after that leadoff double. And it's actually Pahulu bringing in Pahulu. Ball one on Aubrey Tarnowski. Number 6, the center fielder. She's singled in the first, a walk in the third.
And has had a couple great grabs.
Rise ball misses high. 2-0 is the count. Tarnowski bats from the right.
There you go,
Takes
Riley.
a strike. 1-2 the count. Bases are empty for Bloomer. They have one in here, trying to start a rally in the bottom of the fifth. Slow grounder to Keegan Winger. Winger the throw to first in time, and
Keegan
that
does
will
such a
end the
great
inning.
job of just, on the move throwing that ball. Does a wonderful job there.
Bloomer gets one across, but as we head toward the sixth, there is now McDonell 7, Bloomer 1. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
There are many reasons to open a smart checking account at Royal Credit Union, including no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and a $250 bonus. Getting your $250 is easy. Open your account by May 31st, receive 2 payroll direct deposits of $200 or more, and you'll get a $250 bonus. See details and open your account today at rcu.org/checking bonus. No minimum balance required to obtain bonus. Offer ends 5/31/25. Insured by NCUA.
H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls wishes McDonell baseball and softball the best of luck this season. Just like strong practice habits are the backbone of a championship team, the wiring is the backbone of your home or business. Whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. Call them at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977. H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls. Proud to back the Macks.
McDonell softball here on WOGO Sports. Kendall Heffler, her 4th plate appearance to lead off for the Lady Macks. She'll take a one-hopper for ball 1. Update from Rice Lake. Chi High softball leading 5-2. Gonna get a game changer for that. Kendall Heffler takes a rise ball high, and the count 2-0. She popped out her first couple times in the first and second, then singled and scored a run in the fourth. Prince has gone the distance so far for Bloomer. Misses again, 3-0. If you have a need for anything glass, a new mirror quality shower doors, a new windshield, call the glass leaders, White City Glass. That's White City Glass. Kendall Heffler works a 4-pitch walk, and the leadoff batter aboard. That puts some dangerous speed on the base paths for Coach Rick Ruff and McDonell.
Yeah, it does. She doesn't have too many walked batters there, so
And again, that's what Coach Poyer had mentioned was kind of the bugaboo for Prince earlier on, and she's done a good job with it. Rise ball high, so 5 straight have missed for Poyer. And part of it could just be trying to keep the ball away from Keegan Winger.
Yeah.
Keegan is 3 for 3 on the day, with the runner at first. Prince the pitch, bunt laid down on the first base line. Keegan trying to leg it out. Instead, the sacrifice will move Kendall Heffler to second. Throwaway at second, and Kendall is heading toward third.
Home.
And she's coming in to
home.
score.
Job,
Kendall Heffler will
there
score her second run of the day to make it 8-1 McDonell. Base paths clear, but the sacrifice works in a big way for the Lady Macks.
Definitely. And that's one. I think we've talked about it already today. That's one you don't want to mess around with. Is Kendall with her running? It's you make an error, she's gonna take advantage of it.
So the walk turns into a run for McDonell.
Nice. Oh, come on, Riley.
Riley Christensen sends one
way
back and right at the track and the wall. It's pulled in. Once again, Tarnowski doing some nice work out there in center.
I mean, we're itching for one.
That's the second out of the inning. Eight to 1 McDonell. 2 away. First pitch low and in the dirt, ball 1 to Kelsey Bremnes. Your shopping adventure awaits at Bargain City Superstore. New items added every single day with amazing deals on furniture, appliances, home goods, and clothing, and so much more at Bargain City Superstore. Inside, ball 2 on Kelsey Bremnes. Bases are clear for McDonell. 1 run in here in the top of the 6th. They lead 8-1 on the road at Bloomer. Prince the Junior, the pitch. Found the mark that time. Strike 1. Bremnes looking for her first hit today. She's reached back in the 3rd when she was hit by a pitch. Ground ball to 3rd each time. She'll swat it toward 3rd again, but it hooks foul.
Yeah, she's such a solid hitter. I mean, when she makes connection with that ball, it's just that one you can just hear it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Prince, the junior pitcher, issues a ball low and in the dirt for Kelsey Bremnes. Count has worked full. Name brands at a fraction of retail price at Bargain City Superstore next to Micon Cinemas in Chippewa Falls, now in Rice Lake and coming soon to Eau Claire. Payoff pitch, inside, ball 4, and Bremnes works a walk.
Bringing up Claire Ruff.
2-out hitting, Coach Ruff. Really every coach talks about the importance of that, and now an opportunity for McDonell and Claire Ruff with a runner aboard. Her team leading 8-1 and 2 away.
Seen a lot of games affected by 2-0.
Claire Ruff swings at the first pitch, and it's headed toward the gap and caught.
Nice
Beautiful
catch.
Play out there by the left fielder. Credit where credit is due. Kate Pahulu, talented freshman, makes a running grab to end the inning for McDonell. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Lady Macks get 1 across. It's 8-1. The Lady Macks over the Blackhawks. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Went with the curveball for a called strike 3. Strikes out the side, 5 in a row.
Shepard gets a nice piece of this one, sends it out deep to center field, and it's gone! The 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3, puncher out, and that's the game.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, now with 5 membership branches in Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, and Menominee, a tennis center, a sports center, 2 early learning communities, and Camp Manitou. Join our community and discover your why. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. Visit ymca-cv.org or stop in for a tour at any of our convenient locations today. That's ymca-cv.org. See you at the Y.
Well, it's turned into a pretty pleasant afternoon here in Bloomer. 8-1. McDonell with the lead right now in the bottom of the 6th. Bloomer up to bat. Wind's not too bad.
Not too bad.
No precipitation right now. Every once in a while we get a glimmer of sunshine. Can't complain. Got a great softball game in front of us. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika with you. You're on the road at Bloomer for WOGO Sports. Riley, ball 1. Riley Christensen came in relief of Kelsey Bremnes. Of course, a big game for McDonell that we'll have for you right here on WOGO tomorrow evening at 4:40. Lady Macks, second shot at the Fall Creek Crickets, fouled back for strike 1.
Yeah, as we were talking about, Riley is definitely a different pitcher than, Kelsey, but they're both just, we're very lucky to have the pitchers, with them because they're
Ground
great
ball
talent.
right back toward Riley. She'll bobble for a moment, throw to first, overthrow, and safe at first maybe regardless is Avery Sieg. And Sieg has reached base all 3 times. So Sieg 3 for 3 on the day. The junior brings up Addison Pekka, who's still looking for her first hit.
And courtesy runner in 32 for.
That's Casey Schmidt. He's back on the base paths for the catcher Sieg. Bloomer blanked the first 4 innings, got 1 across in the 5th. We are now in the 6th. McDonell leading 8-1. McDonell 5-3 on the season. Bloomer 7-6. Swinging strike 1 for Addison Pekka.
Yep, just need to maintain their focus on their defense and do what they need to do to get us through this game. They're doing a great job. Rick had said that was one of the focus, and I think they've done a wonderful job. Nice,
Liner
Riley.
right back to Riley.
Nice.
She'll throw to second. It pops up in the air. Claire Ruff grabs it after it caromed off a
Great
cleat, I think, but
yeah.
Still 1 away. That was just a hot shot right back to Riley, and she snagged it with ease.
Yeah, the runner's kind of trying to clear out the sand.
So Pekka retired. Grounder toward first. Carolina, and Kugel will step on the bag for out 2. For Bloomer, runner advances to third, but now 2 away just like that.
Yeah, they're doing a great job in making sure and maintaining what they need to do.
Ball 1 to Aubrey Bull, the junior right fielder. Runner at third. Riley the pitch. Swinging strike tipped back, but 1-1 is the count with 2 away. Riley trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Popped over along the third base line and foul for strike 2.
That's one of those, when it was hit there, it's tough for anybody to get to because it's not in a real ideal spot to go and try and catch.
Aubrey Bull, the junior, reached her last time up on an error that was back in the 4th. Riley the pitch and a hard shot right into the gap that's going to score a run for Bloomer. It's 8-2, and Bull an RBI single. Good piece of hitting by Aubrey Bull, the junior.
Yeah, she just hit the hole on that one. It was a between third and shortstop.
Brings up Brooklyn Willie. Fly out to center, her first time up in the 2nd, struck out back in the 4th.
Courtesy runner number 27.
That's Kennedy Prill. And so Prill out there to run it first here in the 6th. McDonell leads by 6 runs, 8-2. At the plate, I believe we have a new batter at the plate as well, too, and that's going to be, no, Brooklyn Willie is still out there, excuse me. So Willie, the sophomore, number 29. The sophomore Kennedy Prill now on the base paths for Coach Boyer.
Some discussion, I don't know what's going on.
Waiting for an explanation here.
Yeah.
So Kennedy Prill in for Aubrey Bull, which is kind of what we thought. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Not real sure what that was going on
But
there.
we're straight now.
Yeah. We're good and ready to go.
And now Willie at the plate batting from the right side, choking up. With a runner at first and 2 away. First pitch misses inside, gets away from Lizzie Liebrandt and no throw to second. So advancing on the wild pitch will be Kennedy Prill. Again, 2 away here for Riley. 1-0 pitch, grounder, chopper right back to Riley. She'll glove, she'll throw to first, and it gets
Riley.
away. The throw off the mark, and another run will come in for Bloomer to make it 8-3.
Yeah,
That throw just sailed a little bit.
Yep. Slow down, make your throws the way they need to.
So Brooklyn Willie advances to second, and Prill came in to score. Riley fires one in, ball one. 8-3. Bloomer down 5 to McDonell. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Riley the pitch, line foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. 5-run lead in this conference game for McDonell. The pitch, a grounder toward third. Keegan Ware gloves, throws to first in time. Well done. And McDonell gets out of the inning, but not before Bloomer puts 2 across. We head now to the 7th. Our new score, McDonell 8, Bloomer 3. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Choice & Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Choice & Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Choice & Ford.
Lady Macks softball on WOGO Sports. We'll have Lady Macks softball on Friday evening and Saturday afternoon as well here on WOGO, as we'll follow the Lady Macks back to Casper to take on Fall Creek tomorrow night. And then they'll play 2 against Prescott and Hudson from the Prescott Invitational on Saturday starting at just before noon here on WOGO Sports. 8-3 ball game. Bloomer trying to mount a rally here. We're in the top of the 7th. Ball 1 issue to Lizzie Liebrandt. She's looking for her first hit today, reached her last time up on a walk. Ball 2 from Prince, who's gone the distance for Coach Poyer.
Yeah, she really has. She's done a great job. Poyer has, and so she's a solid showing.
3-0 for Lizzie Liebrandt. Lizzie again popped out to short, fly out all the way back to the fence. In the second, 4-pitch walk, and Liebrandt is aboard. Here to start the 7th is McDonell looking for a little bit more insurance. Caroline and Kugel. It's a couple RBI doubles in a row.
Bryn is in to courtesy run.
So Bryn Wiedemeyer in for Lizzie. Bryn, the freshman, scored a run back in the 5th.
There's definitely some talent in that freshman group too. So I think that, it's a great job them getting in and getting some experience on varsity here.
Caroline and Kugel swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. She'll stand out of the box. No one out. 1 runner aboard. That's Bryn Wiedemeyer after Lizzie Liebrandt worked the walk here in the 7th. Showing bunt. Snap throw to first and out at first. Wiedemeyer couldn't get back in time. As So the base path is now clear. And one away for McDonell.
Come on, Kiara.
Caroline and Kugel will stand back in. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The McDonell senior looking to rip one here. Takes a rise ball for ball 2.
You know, and I think with Bryn too, it's the heads up base running, and I think she just took a little bit too big of a lead on that and couldn't get back in time.
Prince the pitch, swinging strike 2 from Leinenkugel.
Oh, she wanted that one.
She wanted to rip that one.
She wanted that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Prince whistles one inside.
Ooh.
Count has worked full. That's a tough one to lay off. I feel like we say that a lot.
I
But
think so, yeah. I was like, ooh, that was close.
payoff pitch, 3-2 count.
There you
Rise
go.
ball, another walk worked by McDonell. And a base runner aboard with Leinenkugel at first. So a couple straight walks earned by the Lady Macks and brings up Aaliyah Bovey.
And I think Chloe Flanagan.
Or Chloe
is going
Flanagan.
in, nope, Chloe's going base running, courtesy runner.
Okay.
For Kiara.
So Chloe in to run at first. And Aaliyah Bovey, who singled back in the second, line out in the third, and a ground out that scored a run in the fifth. Out of the plate again for Coach Rick Ruff. One away, runner at first. Rise ball, ball 1.
If you watch Aaliyah up to bat, she does such a great job with when she knows it's a ball coming in and watching that ball go right to the catcher's glove. She does a really good job.
Ball 2, snap throw to first, and Chloe Flanagan back in time.
Oh.
Or is Chloe? Oh, they're checking on Chloe out there now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's arm or shoulder or what.
So we'll take a quick break here as they're checking on Chloe Flanagan out at first base. We'll be back in half a minute here on WOGO.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
Well, Chloe Flanagan back on her feet. And she'll walk along the first base line a bit here. Again, diving back toward the bag. And
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was like the shoulder or the arm or what was on that, but I think it was one of those where she went back real quick and how the first baseman stepped too. So I think she's good. She's staying out there and running.
so she's
I
safe,
think it's
yeah,
good.
staying out there and running.
Yeah,
and
so it's good.
Again, I think I'm just getting flashbacks and
I know exactly what you're talking about. When she
glad
heard
you're
herself.
all right, Chloe.
Yep, we are definitely glad you're all right.
All right, so 2-0 count right now on Aaliyah Bovey. Chloe Flanagan's aboard at first. One away. McDonell leading 8-3 here in the top of the 7th at Bloomer. If you have a small chip in your windshield, don't let it turn into a big crack and a big problem. Call White City Glass today, serving all of western Wisconsin. That's White City Glass.
Yeah, we got Dr. Steps coming in to just
Make sure everything's
okay.
all right.
Yep.
Give us a chance to thank our camera operator, Sam Aberley, here on site, standing on a ladder.
Yeah,
I wish
that's a little.
He's giving us a little fist pump over there along the third base line. So, yeah. I mean, if you think standing on your feet all day, if you've ever worked retail, been a cashier, but try standing on a ladder for an entire softball game.
Well, and you got to be heads up like all the time because there is the potential of a ball coming that way. So.
There certainly is.
Oh, I shouldn't jinx it. I'm sorry. I really sorry.
Also, a big shout out to Elliot Spees keeping us on the air on WOGO Radio, our audio producer. Appreciate all of our board operators Camera operators making things happen on site and back at the home base.
Chloe's
here for
got
WOGO Sports.
the clear to go. So from Dr. Stepp. So thank you to Nate Stepp coming in over here.
We are ready to rock and roll here in Bloomer. From Bloomer Elementary, beautiful baseball and softball complex they have here in Bloomer. And thank you to Athletic Director Jason Steinmetz and Coach Keith Poyer. Strike one issued of this at bat. And appreciate our hosts, always very welcoming all throughout the Western Cloverbelt and the Big Rivers. Got some wonderful schools and great athletic directors.
Absolutely.
Care about the community, care about the kids. Ball 3. Patient at bat here for Aaliyah Bovey. Again, Chloe Flanagan is at first, 1 out. 3-1 hitters count here for the McDonell sophomore. She'll dribble one foul along the third base line to work the count full against Lydia Prince. Eight-3 ball game, top of the 7th, 1 away. Aaliyah Bovey awaits the payoff pitch. It misses. Third straight walk for McDonell batters. And runners now at first and second.
So Lauren Buscher's coming in. Is up to bat.
And Lauren, number 25, the junior, will bat in that 9 slot. Her first plate appearance.
Oh, there you go.
Pitch gets away, and runners advance to second and third.
Yeah, she showed that bunt, and pitch kind of went off, which was a great job advancing them. Oh, that wind can stay away.
Indeed. Right after we said it wasn't around. Talked about a pleasant afternoon, and, well, we've got an infield conference in the circle. A reminder that for taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know, Chippewa Valley Financial Services. Whether it's for you or your business, Chippewa Valley Financial Services, always here to help. That's Chippewa Valley Financial Services. And Lydia Prince in the circle. Coach Poyer, the junior.
Just giving up that little bit of a pep talk, I think, and pulling it out here. She's done a great job this game.
She really has.
She really has. Just in.
Pitch to Buscher. And in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. Now Buscher showing bunt. Nicked it just a bit. And that's strike 2. Runners at second and third for McDonell, 1 away. Threatening here. 8-3, they lead by 5. Lauren Buscher looking for a big hit here. Low and in the dirt.
Way to be patient.
Evens it at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Slap towards short. Glove there. Throw to first in time, but a run will come in for McDonell.
Great job
they lead
at bat,
9-3, and then a very patient job by McDonell base running to advance to third.
She did a great job at that bat, bringing the runner in.
So Lauren Buscher makes it 9-3 McDonell. With the sacrifice. Kendall Heffler, her 5th plate appearance. Looking for a rip here. She fouls the first one back. Takes one inside. 1-1 the count for Kendall Heffler. Right-handed batting McDonell Senior. Runner at third. One hopped in the dirt.
Good job on
2-1 the
catch,
count.
stopping that ball.
So Aaliyah Bovey is over at third. As Chloe came in to score. 3-1 hitters count. Another ball here for Prince. 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Got one when she needed one.
Yeah, she did. It's full. So Kendall needs to just protect that plate.
2 away for Kendall Heffler. Payoff pitch. Inside, another walk, and they're at the corners with 2 outs. Kendall Heffler, patient AB there, brings up Keegan Winger. Start out the day 3 for 3, then had a sacrifice bunt to advance the runner. Kendall Heffler, who actually came all the way around and scored after that.
On this one,
Kendall looking to take off, and now caught in a rundown between first and second. Run's going to come in to score. Kendall in between first and second, dives in head first, and she is caught at second.
Yeah.
We'll step out, be back in 60 seconds here on WOGO. We head to the bottom of the 7th. McDonell and Bloomer on WOGO Sports.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heese, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heese at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heese, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
Is your shopping a bit boring?
Paper or plastic?
Then come to Bargain City's Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Bargain City's ever-changing inventory means you never know just what you'll find or how big your savings could be. Name brand apparel, home goods, furniture, even new scratch and dent appliances with warranty. Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Your shopping adventure awaits.
9-3.
Thank you for joining us here on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Don't forget, if you're watching that live video stream, check out the Metropolis Resort Smile Cam, upper left-hand corner. Catch all the in-game, in-dugout reaction today. Remember, it's constant smiles and fun at Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire with Action City, Chaos Water Park, on-site dining, on-site Caribou Coffee. Book your adventure today at metropolisresort.com. That's metropolisresort.com.
Okay, so we are at 10-3 because that run that came in did count because that came in
before Kendall.
That play. Yes.
So.
I was like,
good
no,
clarification there.
Yep,
all right, so 10-3.
Yep. So that came in before that play with Kendall.
Because I was like, who it is? Was that Aaliyah? I believe
it was Aaliyah. Yes.
So Aaliyah came in to score. Ball 1 from Riley Christensen, as she is facing Anna Poyer, right-handed batting senior. Struck out last time up. Poyer takes
a strike.
Ball 2, or excuse me, took 2 balls and then
the last one was a strike.
2-1 pitch from Riley, fouled back, evens the counts at 2-2. Bottom of the 7th, Bloomer down 7 runs, 10-3 to McDonell. McDonell has scored in every inning but the second. Fouled back again, trying to fight it off. Anna Poyer, the senior. Second baseman, niece of Coach Poyer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Christensen, McDonell, sophomore, in the circle. The kick and the pitch, swinging, strike 3, puncher out. And there's the first of 3 McDonell needs here in the bottom of the 7th. Second K of the day for Riley. That'll bring up the top of the order. And Lillian Pahulu, junior shortstop, batting from the left. First pitch misses for Riley. 1-0 the count. 10-3 game, McDonell with the lead. Christensen the pitch.
Nice.
Found the bullseye that time. 1-1. When you need a boundary surveyed on residential or commercial property, think Heese, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. 1-1 pitch, grounder towards short, throw to first in time. Second out of the inning, and just 1 left for McDonell. Claire Ruff to Kira Line and Kugel.
Nice routine play, just, and keeping it simple and getting the ball there, so Claire does a great job at that.
6-3 on the putout brings up Aubrey Turnowski, the junior center fielder.
Who's done a great job today.
She really has. Fouls one straight back as Riley brings some heat on pitch 1. Again, Heese, Loken & Associates Get it done right. When you need a boundary surveyed, call owner Jason Heese and Heese Loken, 715-720-4000. That's 720-4000. 0-1 pitch inside. Ball one. 10-3 McDonell. 1 out remaining for Bloomer, trying to mount a comeback here on their home field. The 1-1 pitch, rise ball high. McDonell right back in action at Casper tomorrow against Fall Creek, trying to earn a series split with the Crickets. We'll have more on that tomorrow, 4:40 pregame. Grounder toward
Keegan,
third, gloved by Keegan. Throw
there
to first
go.
in
Good
time
job.
to end the game. And McDonell wins it here on the
Good
road
job,
at
ladies.
Bloomer, 10-3. They sweep the season series against the Blackhawks. We'll step out and be back in 2 minutes here on WOGO with our WOGO Sports postgame show. We'll talk with head coach Rick Ruff. We'll regale you with highlights as well. That's all ahead in 2 minutes here on WOGO. McDonell wins it 10-3. They move to 6-3 on the season. Bloomer now 7-7 in 2025. We're back in 2. This is Lady Macks softball on WOGO Sports.
There are many reasons to open a smart checking account at Royal Credit Union, including no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and a $250 bonus. Getting your $250 is easy. Open your account by May 31st, receive 2 payroll direct deposits of $200 or more, and you'll get a $250 bonus. See details and open your account today at rcu.org/checking bonus. No minimum balance required to obtain bonus. Offer ends 5/31/25. Insured by NCUA.
H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls wishes McDonell baseball and softball the best of luck this season. Just like strong practice habits are the backbone of a championship team, the wiring is the backbone of your home or business. Whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. Call them at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977. H&R Electric in Chippewa Falls. Proud to back the Macks.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Went with the curveball for a called strike 3. Strikes out the side, 5 in a row.
Shepard gets a nice piece of this one, sends it out deep to center field, and it's gone! The 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3, puncher out, and that's the game!
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Discover a fun and healthy lifestyle for your entire family at the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. Benefit from a wide range of fitness opportunities, programs, and events without contracts or joiner fees. Take the first step towards a healthier you. Visit ymca-cv.org today or stop for a tour at any of our 5 convenient locations. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley and Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, and Menominee. See you at the Y.
Post game here on WOGO Sports. Caleb Swenson, Chris Malico with you on WOGO as we'll welcome you back to our WOGO Sports Live video stream. We'll talk with head coach Rick Ruff coming up, and we'll regale you with highlights from this one as well. But you were just mentioning off the air, 10-3 final score, but this was a good game and more competitive, especially on the Bloomer side than the first time they played McDonell, when it kind of got away from them a little bit. There's some talented athletes on this Bloomer team, and that's what you love on the McDonell side is you don't want to just get a win. You want a win that makes you better.
Exactly, and I think that some of this made them work. Made them work on their defense and everything, and so I think that this was good for them coming into the second half of the season, and they. There were a couple times some of the things that they did, their defense probably weren't the best, and so we got to work on those and making sure that your throws are accurate in those. And so it's they did a great job, and kudos to Bloomer and the pitchers and everything, because I think they did a great job. And again, it was probably more of a game than anticipated it was going to be.
And this stretch that we'll have it all for you here on WOGO. So you have on the road at Bloomer here tonight. But then tomorrow you've got a rematch with a Fall Creek team that you play tough at their place.
Yep.
But again, huge game. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've got a win over Fall Creek. And then on the road against a very good Prescott team in a higher division for that Prescott Invitational on Saturday. And then you play Hudson, one of the larger schools in the state. So again, it does not get easier the next 3 games, but iron sharpening iron.
Exactly, and I think those playing a higher division games, those are ones that you work, you do the work and you play your game, and those are the ones that give you a little bit more practice and a little bit more experience.
Well, and I think we've talked about this before as well, too, as there'll be some JV innings coming out here, and we'll give you a glimpse of that for a bit here on our WOGO postgame show. But you do not want to schedule, if you're a winning program, if you're a championship-level program, which I think McDonell's proven again and again that they are, you don't want to schedule walkovers for your non-conference. You want to schedule teams that can and sometimes will beat you, because that's the only thing that can make you better. And I think it's a great mark of respect that teams like Hudson are saying, yeah, we'll play a small private school from Chippewa Falls because we know that you can make us better too.
Yeah, and it's that challenge, and it's, playing those teams that may be a little bit higher caliber, but it's those challenge in doing what you can do and bettering your skills.
Yeah.
So.
And again, you've remarked too with this team about that freshman class coming up. We talk about the sophomore class, and again, not trying to take anything away from this year's juniors and seniors, but just looking at those younger classes coming up. It's the mark of this program that they've played a lot of softball, and they can come in and can contribute even when they're early on in their high school careers.
But I think that plays part of our program in that those younger ones coming up where you count on your juniors and seniors, but yet you also can have those freshmen and sophomore coming up that will contribute. And so that's part of the ever-changing program that we have and the excellence program that we have.
Sorry, I got distracted. Claire has a cookie, and I'm wondering where it came from.
It's like, wait a minute, where's ours?
Well, we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back. We'll chat with head coach Rick Ruff, and we'll get you those highlights as well as McDonell wins it 10-3 on the road here at Bloomer, starting up a pretty busy stretch here on WOGO Sports. We'll step out and be back in 2 on WOGO.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
WOGO postgame here on WOGO Sports. First off, I got a cookie now, which I was joking about, but that's pretty awesome. And also I have Rick Ruff with me, and Coach getting the conference victory here and getting back above 500 in conference play. Bloomer, again, first time you played him the second time. I think a lot of credit to their pitcher, their junior Prince, who made things more difficult than the first time around. I know she's relatively new to that position, and again, your hitters kind of had to work for it today, and you did that.
Yeah, that's the big difference today for them, obviously, was the fact that she come in and threw strikes. We didn't have the walks that we had last time. We didn't, I think she had 7 batters last time. So we didn't get the free bases. We had to work for it. So credit to her for that.
Now, on your side, Kelsey Bremnes, again, did a nice job of having sometimes innings where she was really shutting people down in sequence, but other times when base runners got aboard, you mentioned before the game the importance of defense, and I think it showed that for the most part the defense was pretty solid today and could help her out, stranding a couple base runners in a couple different innings.
Yeah, as long as we can field the ball, throw the ball, our defense can keep us in ball games. Kelsey's always going to be around the plate. She's going to make people put ball in play. And even when she wasn't at her best, which she was not today, she's tough enough to get through.
What about teaching moments from this game, too? Because, again, we did see a few times where maybe unnecessary base runners because of a few errors here and there, too. And so certainly things to clean up. And when you look at your next 3 opponents here, they're not gonna give you a lot of leeway to make those errors.
Yes, we've got to clean up the runners getting picked off bases when we're in a bunt situation and the bunt doesn't get down. We've got to make sure we get back to the base. But all in all, we're going to be aggressive, so occasionally those mistakes are going to happen.
And again, that seems to be just a hallmark of the program that, hey, when you get someone aboard, they're not going to stay put. You want to move them around. And I mean, when you look, Chris was mentioning, again, top to bottom of this lineup, there really aren't weak spots, and that's got to give you a lot of confidence as a coaching staff as well, too, to say, hey, wherever someone gets aboard in that lineup, we know we have people who can bring them around.
Yeah, we've got and Avery Bovey stepping into the DP in that 9th spot has really strengthened our lineup. I think it's just going back to the base running and the base running where Kendall ended up getting out at second, but that was a designed play. That wasn't a mistake. She was doing what she was told. We wanted to get that extra run across, and we just manufactured it.
And finally, Coach, when you mentioned some of the changes and shifts in the lineup, I think that can be something that can pull a team apart when it's, well, you're getting my playing time, et cetera. But it really seems like the chemistry on this team is solid, and it's just whether I'm playing a position in the batting order or just coming in to run. I mean, that's something that we've seen for years where it's, hey, whatever it takes to get that win.
Yes, this group is, again, one of those groups that's just going to come in and do what they need to do, understand their role, and just keep plugging away. And if someone gets better than me and they take my spot, that's my fault. I'm going to work harder and take it back. So they're a very good, competitive, but yet a very heartfelt team.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time as always, and we'll see you tomorrow. Big one against Fall Creek. Should be a lot of fun back at Casper.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Rick Ruff. We'll step out and be back in 2 minutes as you enjoy McDonell JV softball here on WOGO Sports. Back in 2 minutes as we thank more of our great sponsors and bring you the highlights. That's ahead in 2 on WOGO.
Remember when you were a kid and broke that window? Remember how bad you felt when Mom and Dad found out? Mom made everything okay with hot cookies. Dad called White City Glass to fix it. That was years ago. When someone little you know breaks one of your windows, bake the cookies and call White City Glass. They're in the business of fixing broken glass of any kind. White City Glass, helping people of all ages since 1967.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Stuck on ideas for summer fun? Looking for a place that keeps the whole family entertained? We've got the solution. Metropolis Resort in Eau Claire. Dive into Chaos Water Park with water slides, a lazy river, and splash zones for the little ones. Plus, the fun never stops at Action City. Entertain everyone with go-karts, trampolines, mini golf, and more. See you all summer long at Metropolis Resort, where the fun never stops.
Metropolis Resort. MetropolisResort.com.
Is your shopping a bit boring?
Paper or plastic?
Then come to Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Bargain City's ever-changing inventory means you never know just what you'll find or how big your savings could be. Name brand apparel, home goods, furniture, even new scratch and dent appliances with warranty. Bargain City Superstore in Chippewa Falls, Rice Lake, and Eau Claire. Your shopping adventure awaits.
Caleb Swenson, Chris Malika with you to tie a bow on this one on WOGO. McDonell wins it over Bloomer 10-3. If you're watching on the WOGO Sports Live video stream, you're seeing McDonell JV in action here at Bloomer, and they might even get a little bit more sunshine for these JV innings than we got in the game for McDonell. But a 7-run win for the Lady Macks. We'll get Chris's final thoughts on it in just a moment. But first, here's how it sounded on WOGO Sports, your post-game highlights. Back to the action from Bloomer here on WOGO Sports. Lydia Prince, first pitch.
Good job.
Swung
Nice
on
drop.
right away and drops right in front of second base. Long left-handed throw, safe. Running it out is Keegan Winger, and she is aboard. 2 for 2 on the day. Keegan.
On your defense.
Rise ball misses 3-0, and again, for a pitcher who's still relatively young at the position, and Lydia Prince, you need that defense behind you, just like Kelsey Bremnes got.
Yep.
2-0 McDonell. 3-0
Nice
pitch,
job.
grounded right past
There,
a
up in the middle.
diving shortstop. That's going to bring one in for the Lady Macks. And Claire Ruff, an RBI single to make it 3-0.
It was just a solid hit up the middle.
Here.
We'd love to keep her around another year.
I wish we
but
could.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd love that, but
0-2 the count.
nice
Line, and
hit.
Kugel hits it
There
down
you
the
go,
third
fair
baseline,
ball.
and it'll
Nice.
drop.
Come on,
Claire
Claire.
Ruff rounding third, and she will head for home. The throw is not going to be in time. Line and Kugel,
Great
an
job.
RBI double for the McDonell senior, and it's 4-0 the Lady Macks.
Solid hit down that third baseline.
Kelsey Bremnes strides back into the circle. 1 away, 1 on. That's Kennedy Prill, the sophomore, at first base for Bloomer. 0-2 pitch. Swinging
Nice.
strike
Come on.
3. Snap throw to
There you
second to
go.
get the runner.
Got her.
Doubled
Yes.
him off. There you go.
Nice.
Ending the inning for McDonell. The strikeout. Then Lizzie Liebrandt guns it to second for the second out. We head to. It's a good pitch there from Prince.
Yeah, good pitch, but Kiara's a solid hitter. She just was waiting on that one.
1-2 the count. Line and Kugel rips
Nice
it right
throw,
past
nice
the
throw,
third
nice throw. Come
baseman,
on.
and that's out
Go
into the
through.
outfield. Claire Ruff diving toward the
Nice,
plate,
beautiful.
sliding in for the score. It's 6-0 McDonell, and another RBI for Kiara Line and Kugel.
Very smart base running there. Bryn is at third base.
Hannah Poyer, the senior. Second baseman, niece of Coach Poyer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Christensen, McDonell sophomore in the circle. The kick and the pitch,
Nice
swinging,
job,
strike
Riley.
3, punch her out.
Nice
And
job,
there's the
Riley.
first of 3 McDonell needs here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's how it sounded here on WOGO Sports. McDonell completes the season sweep of Bloomer 10-3, the final here from Blackhawk territory. McDonell moves to 6-3 on the season, and Bloomer's now 7-7. Caleb Swenson, along with Chris Malika, our first broadcast together. Again, it took a bit here. It took till May
I
when the
know.
season started back in March, but finally things worked out weather-wise and schedule-wise. Great to have you with, and again, when you look at the next few games for McDonell that we're going to have here on WOGO, you look at Fall Creek and then Prescott and then Hudson. Tough games, but just overall, what do you see from this team that you're liking? Where do you say, hey, here's where we need to improve to make the run that we know they're capable of making?
I think what you see out there is their teamwork, working together and communicating. If you heard them out there, they were talking to each other, letting each other know what was going on, and that, their defense and focusing on that. And I think that's also where they need to keep building is their defense.
Yeah.
I think that Kelsey's doing a great job, and Riley's doing a great job in pitching, very solid, and just keep consistent with those. They're very good pitchers, and they're consistent. So just working together in the defense, and then keeping their bat solid, and not protecting that plate and not being afraid to hit the ball. So I think that's what they're coming into, some tough games, but I think they can use them, and it'll be for their betterment. So.
And Coach Ruff had mentioned that as well, too, when it comes to their approach at the plate, too, knowing how talented they are. It's, hey, we can be patient. We can look for our pitch and swing at that. And then on the other side of things, when you have two very talented pitchers, but as you mentioned, kind of different pitchers, and Kelsey and Riley, I think that's such a huge advantage because maybe Kelsey's a little bit more of your bell cow at this point in the season. Riley's so great out there in center, but if you do bring Riley in, you've got a change in pace, and so the batters again have to completely reacclimate to a different style, and so again you feel pretty confident about what you've got in the circle, and you're just hoping to just keep building.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, and sometimes that's what is a benefit, is having pitchers that are different like that, is mixing it up and kind of confusing the batters. And so I think they have, going into this second part of the season, I think they're looking good and they're looking strong. They just keep improving at what they have.
Again, our WOGO sports calendar, we've got a lot of McDonell softball and then baseball coming up next week. McDonell baseball against Augusta on Tuesday. But before that, we'll see the Lady Macks in 3 more games. Tomorrow, 4:40 back at Casper. Huge game against Fall Creek. Hopefully you can come on out and cheer on the Lady Macks in person from Casper. If you can't make it, again, we'll be right here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube and Facebook. Also, Saturday, we'll start just before noon on the road at Prescott from the Invitational. McDonell takes on Prescott, and then they will play Hudson. Thank you, as always, to our board operator back at the WOGO studios in Halley, Elliot Spees, tonight. On the other side here at Bloomer, Sam Aberly, who is running our live video stream, camera operator, standing on that ladder, and seems to be none the worse for the wear as he's right over there.
He kind of shrugs it off.
He hasn't walked off yet, too, but I appreciate all that Sam does behind the scenes to make these broadcasts look the way they do. WOGO, Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, thank you for joining us. This has been McDonell Lady Macks Softball on WOGO Sports. For Chris Malika, I'm Caleb Swenson saying good night from Bloomer. Once again, your final score, the McDonell Lady Macks 10, the Bloomer Blackhawks 3. This has been McDonell Lady Macks Softball, a presentation of WOGO Sports. Good night.
WOGO, your sports station.
Coverage of the Lady Macks is brought to you by Royal Credit Union, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Toys and Ford of Chippewa Falls, White City Glass, H&R Electric, Stelter Incorporated, East Logan and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying, and Quality Propane and Fuels. This has been McDonell Softball on WOGO Sports. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
WOGO.